Hello and welcome to Thai Sights and Sounds. This week we're going off the beaten track up into the mountains to see Chiang Mai's unique wooden temple, Luang Kun Win. It's a beautiful, remote and peaceful spot up in the mountains. It's about 50 kilometres from Chiang Mai city. It takes a bit of an effort to get there, but it's well worth it. Look in the description for different ways of getting there and a bit of advice on how you can do it. As we drive down the Mae Wang valley, you can see the river to the left. It's starting to fill up now in the rainy season. There are plenty of bamboo rafting tours if that's your thing. Or you can just stop off by the side of the road and you can see there are many riverside cafes, which is a pleasant spot to take a break, have something to eat, watch the river go by before you carry on your journey. Right, if you're going independently, about 20 kilometres down the Mae Wang road, look out for a right hand turn and you'll see all these signs by the side of the road. Take this right hand turn off into the village. So after you've turned off, we're now going down the Mae Wang Valley. Very picturesque, very beautiful. Get lots of nice views down to the left there. Here's a lodge I've never stayed at before. Karen Eco Lodge. No idea what it's like, but it certainly looks the part if you fancy stopping off and making a night of it. You'll see lots of elephant camps as you go through the villages down here, if that's your bag, and even warnings to look out for the big beasts crossing. After about 5 kilometres, look out for this shack on the left and arrange for a pickup truck for the last more difficult 5 kilometres up into the mountains to the temple itself. I'm doing the trip on a Honda scooter, and it's perfectly possible as long as you're an experienced rider. If it's your first time out on a motorbike of any sort, then forget it. Either get public transport or get someone to bring you up here. It's a beautiful ride, but it's a real bone shaker, and it won't do your car any favours. Right, these are the gates that are the entrance down to the temple grounds. Now the first thing that'll hit you when you arrive is just the peace and tranquility of the place, just in the middle of all these trees and nature. It's a really peaceful spot. Now if you want to get your bearings in the temple grounds, they have put up this handy sign that has a map showing you where you are, and conveniently there's a bit of history there at the bottom if you want to find out about the origins of the temple. So let's head up this white snaky dragon staircase. Beautiful, I like the overlapping step tiles. It's a Buddhist day today, so there are a few other people around, but generally you'll have the place to yourself. And we've got 2 wooden halls up here. Beautiful. It almost looks like a ship, doesn't it? So in the upper hall we've got this huge standing Buddha. Apparently it's the largest wooden standing Buddha in the world, some people say. I'm not sure about that. It's certainly got commanding eyes, look. And it's set in this huge sort of open-sided wooden building. Lovely teak pillars holding the thing up. Really nice airy atmosphere in here. Look at that. Let's go down to the lower hall now. Something pleasingly symmetrical about the way they built these. Look at that, the different levels of roof. Nice breeze coming through, tinkling the bell for us. Right, let's go inside the lower hall. We've got a huge reclining wooden Buddha in here. Look at that. This has got a different feel than that upper hall. It's more enclosed, it's got a lower ceiling. Feels more intimate somehow. Lovely and peaceful. Yeah, so many Thai temples are gold and cement. This is a lovely change, just being amongst virtually everything made of wood here. Good to see the ogre guards on duty as usual. Again, really nicely carved, great expressions. Again, a lovely piece of carving above the doorway there. So the buildings are relatively modern, even though the temple's about 700 years old, people say. It got resurrected and rebuilt in the 1950s by a particular monk, and since then it's been here in this beautiful spot in the middle of the forest up in the mountains, and it's as much about the nature surrounding it as it is the temple itself for me. What's this? I thought this was a snake, but it looks like furious marching by ants. Let's see, where are they on their way to? Okay, it's very orderly, look. Taking them through the undergrowth and all the way up this, well, it's a strangler fig tree and a jackfruit tree. And if you've watched my earlier videos, you'll know that I love strangler figs. But this one's in the process of strangling this jackfruit tree, but the jackfruit tree's still healthy, look. You can see big jackfruits there hanging. Looks quite nice and healthy. But if we came back in 10 years, my money would be on the strangler fig having won. So look, it's slowly leaching all the nourishment out of the tree and out of the soil around it, stealing its food. But for now, look, we can still see there's a healthy jackfruit there. Yeah, they're doing a deadly dance together. So coming up to the upper section, you can see there are these old lovely northern Thai style wooden houses, and you can see that there are monks that actually live here. These aren't just for show. And there you can see on the roof, look, solar panels. And that's where the temple gets all its energy, because it's quite remote. And here we can see they're in the middle of building some, yeah, I mean, it's an impressive structure that looks like it's going to increase the amount of solar panels they've got and increase the power they can use. Fair play to them, yeah. And now we're lower down in the grounds, and you can see a reasonably inconspicuous Chedi look stupa. They normally stand out in the temple grounds, but this one's quite modest, with some quite unusual designs there, just tucked in amongst wooden buildings rather than standing out. And look at these fantastic mossy roofs. They look like little miniature peat bogs, look. I'm not a moss fanatic, but I imagine if you were, this would keep you busy for ages. Nice little walkway here. Looks like these lanterns are left over from the fire festival last year. Okay, a sort of courtyard, but it's not very cluttered in the way that some temples can be. What have we got? We've got two main wooden buildings here. Again, lovely northern Thai wooden architecture they've got here. Right, let's go in, see what they've got inside. Squeeze our way between the lanterns, and again a lovely open-sided building on one side, these big teak supporting pillars, and we've got a Buddha image and shrine at one end, and here's a library, and it looks like they welcome donated books, so if you're coming down here with any appropriate books, then you're welcome to leave them in the library. And all around you can see these remains of what was built here before, and they built on top of these, like I said, about 70 years ago. they started rebuilding the place. So we've been into the library. Let's have a look what we've got on the left here. Again, fantastic woodwork there. Oh, hang on, what's this? Sorry, I can't resist checking out a weird bug. No idea what this thing is. Legs seem to be heavy with pollen. Anyway. Looks like another temple hall. Okay, the shrine looks more like a traditional Thai temple there. Golden Buddha statues. Yeah. Everything looks in order, familiar. But again, the big difference is the wood look. These lovely structures. And as we can see, there's no elaborate frescoes on the wall. Just a few pictures. Makes it look like some old wooden house almost, rather than a temple. And again, gives it that nice feel being among wood rather than concrete. Right, we're down in the lower part of the grounds now. There's a few monks' residence right at the back there, and the abbot's house on one side, and here's a monk's like a public receiving building. So like I said, there are a few people here today, and some of them have gone in to make merit, and we can hear the monks doing his chanting in the background. It's good to see, even though we're right up in the middle of the forest, high up in the mountains, there's still modern touches. Look, you've got a QR code to get more information about the temple. Yeah, all good stuff. And again, interesting kind of hexagonal windows they've got here. There's a lot of departures from your usual Thai temple buildings. And it's good, I like it. And looking around, you're constantly reminded that this is just all in the middle of the forest up here. You can see some wild jungle bananas there, some great trees up here. Nice flowers if you go looking. Yeah, what have we got here? They look like some fruit of some sort. I'm not going to eat them. No one else has, so I think I'll leave them alone. Oh, I've got more fruit on the floor here. No idea what they are. Small mangoes? I'm not so sure. Okay, so that's a brief tour of Luang Kun Win Temple. I hope you enjoyed that, and I highly recommend it as an escape from the city. Come up here, have an hour or two, peace and quiet, recharge your batteries. Great stuff. Okay, I hope you enjoy that, and I'll see you next time.